Express mini. Don't let the word mini freak you out, because the only thing mini about this thing is the price. It's half off today. But if you have looked at a recipe or you remember something, you're like, I really want to eat this, but I got to cut this, I got to pull out the big gigantic food processor, this solves that perfectly. It is a customer pick. I'm going to say it again one more time, so half off today.
Customer pick.
Customer pick, half off. We're chopping everything. We're food processing in this, and we have great colors because that's what Dash does for us. Dash always gives us great colors. Let me do the colors before we start rocking and rolling. This is like a kind of a retro aqua.
Yes, I love it. That's kind of their signature color.
Oh, I love the aqua. We have it in the sleek black, and then the red has really been like the accent color of the kitchens.
Exactly.
Which is like hot, hot, hot. Lowest price we've ever done this.
Yep.
This is the time to pick this up. I'm gonna give you the item number 537984. Stephanie Roberts.
Hello, good to see you.
Everything can go in this baby.
Absolutely. I love this. I'll tell you what, I own, you know, tons of kitchen electrics, obviously, and some of the best blenders, food processors. Guess where they all sit? Under my cabinet, because they're big, they're bulky, it's a lot of effort, and you think, I just don't feel like dealing with it. Dash has given us something that chops and food processes virtually anything you're ever gonna need to do in this awesome small size. I'm starting with carrots. Why? Because they are hard, and it is one of the harder things to send through a chopper. I have two options. I can pulse to get it started, and you can see just with pulse, I'm getting a pretty good rough cut. But watch when I go to chop, I step away and off it goes. Within literally 15 seconds, I have the most awesome grind on my carrot. And that's it. So why get out a big, huge food processor to do it? Because here's the deal. I've got a 2-cup capacity here. Now, when you need to chop more than 2 cups of something, you're obviously making it for a big, huge crowd. For most everyday stuff, this is going to be more than you need. So we look at all the chores that we hate the most in the kitchen.
Yep.
Onions, peppers. What about cauliflower rice? A lot of us trying to stay away from the starches and eat more veggies, and then of course the carrots. But I can get every single one of these done in 30 seconds. I have pretty good knife skills, but my knife skills are not this good, number one. Number two, I can't be bothered. It's a lot of work.
And not
so
never that
this
fast.
is so easy, and obviously never that fast. So every single thing here goes right into the dishwasher. Couldn't be easier to store, couldn't be easier to use. You get 2 speeds, 2 cups, and it works at 200 watts, which is certainly enough to do all of your veggies. But then we start to think about things like nuts. Now, we sell some really great blenders, and I own them. They're amazing. They can make nut butters, but so can a mini chopper from Dash.
Don't forget, because when I said don't think mini, meaning less power.
No, not at all. It's got the power.
The mini just means we were able to do kind of like a regular amount that we'd want, but the power will still be able to do what that big blender does.
And one of my big complaints about those big size blenders is that if I don't want to make it for 40 people, I don't need anything that big. So I pulsed my cashews. I've got a little bit of oil in there, but watch this. Dash has also given us the ability to drizzle some liquid down in as we go. Do you know how nice this makes the consistency as that liquid folds in from the top as I process? So I love the fact that I'm constantly getting just some drippy drops. In this case, I'm using olive oil, but look at how creamy that makes my cashew butter. It's amazing.
By the way, do you know how expensive cashew butter is when you go to that specialty place and get it?
Like 12 bucks a pound. Like, grind it yourself.
You can get two bottles of that for getting this forever.
Absolutely, you can. And here's the thing. You can buy any variety of cashews you want. You buy them in bulk, the nuts themselves, not the expense. They're charging you to grind it.
Yes.
So grind it yourself. Okay, I love mine extra creamy. Look at this. This is so fresh, and when you make it fresh, you get the smell and the aroma. No preservatives, no funny chemicals, no extra salt, no extra sugar. Dash's motto is unprocess your food, so they're giving us tools at amazing prices that make it so we can make things ourselves. If you've never had fresh butter, even if you're just making peanut butter or you're making almond butter, it is a whole nother level, but that took me 30 seconds.
But then you decide if you're the creamy, the chunky, whatever it is that you want. You're in control of that. And by the way, when we're talking about this and everything you do, I don't own a food processor. This is why. it's too big.
Yes.
I have just me and my husband. We're gonna have a little bit, you know, a little baby later.
Right.
But it was too much for me.
Absolutely.
But I have all these recipes I want to do that call for a food processor.
You're gonna love this.
I just never do it. This is the perfect size.
And you know what else this is perfect for you? It'll be perfect for baby food. It'll be perfect for the
food.
baby food. So this is perfect for whatever it is you want to get that good chop on. This time of year, oh, the basil plants are just doing such a great
job. Oh my God, it
job.
smells amazing.
And that's fresh. That's the difference with fresh. I have just done a rough chop on basil, pine nuts, garlic, little bit of Parmesan, and now I have fresh pesto. Do not buy the pesto in the container in the grocery store, because guess what? You can put it together yourself in 30 seconds. It's all about having the right tools in the kitchen, but what I love so much about Dash is they really get what the average normal person who works in the kitchen needs. We don't need a $400 food processor. Most of us, they have their time and place. I love my big fancy blender for certain things, but for these everyday little quick projects, I want to do this.
Okay, can I say, when I said mighty, it's powerful, right?
Yep.
We've seen it kind of rocking and rolling.
Absolutely.
I love it's got the little suction cups on the bottom.
It does, and that's important.
Because Dash really thought about that.
And I'm gonna show you that with this, because this one is gonna rock and roll.
Yeah.
Anytime a blender makes a lot of noise or starts going back and forth, that's okay, because when you're talking about a food processor, a blender, a chopper, you want power. Now, what they've done here is there's little suction feet on the bottom here, so that when I do these frozen blueberries and the mini chopper starts moving around, that's okay. It's working hard and doing its job, but it is not going to take off across my counter. So here is a great sweet treat. Frozen fruit, we chose blueberries, a little bit of lemon zest because it kind of brightens it up, and just a little bit of cream. This is going to turn into the most amazing homemade frozen desserts. No added sugar. No added preservatives, no funky chemicals. You don't have to give up dessert as long as you're okay with the natural sugar of the fruit. Now, I did drizzle a little cream in, but you could use almond milk. You could use coconut milk. It is the actual frozen fruit that is producing the creaminess. Okay, look inside here before I dish. Is that not amazing? I mean, that is so fresh, so wholesome, and so not gonna make me feel guilty, because we all need a little something something for sweetness occasionally.
You gotta, you know, give into that little sweet tooth, but in the right way.
Absolutely.
If you were just tuning in, this is a customer pick. This is Dash. Everything we love about Dash. The colors, that aqua, that red, that black, the mini size, the powerful chopper food processor, half off right now. If you even want to break this into 2 flex payments, pay under $13 for the 2 months, no added interest. Everybody can do that. Absolutely take advantage of that as well. But this is the thing you will always use.
You'll use it for everything.
Yes.
And again, the small footprint is what makes it so easy to use. I don't have to store it under or in the garage or somewhere that's hard to bend down and get. You can pop it into your upper cupboard. It's at reach. I really liked the 2 speeds. That's important to me. I'm making salsa. I like a little chunk in my salsa. If you want it more pureed, you put it over to chop and let it go. But just with a couple of flicks of the finger, I am able to get, it's a little more pico de gallo when you leave it chunky, but fresh tomatoes right now have so much good natural juice on their own, I don't have to puree it. So I can have a little bit of texture in my salsa. I get to pick how I want my food. Now, if I wanted this more liquidy, I could do that, no problem. You have complete control. Because of the 2 speeds.
Right, you pick.
You pick how you want it. Egg salad, do you like yours more creamy or do you like it a little chunkier?
I mine a little chunkier.
I see, me too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this on pulse. Now for somebody that wanted a little bit creamier, we'd run it a little longer. You do it that for just a couple of minutes, gets that last egg in there, and you're good to go. So you really have complete cooking control. But here's the thing about egg salad. That's a lot of chopping, I just gotta say. I do hard-boiled eggs all the time because actually I have my Dash hard-boiled egg maker that I'm also in love with. But the thing is, then I look at them and think, oh gosh, I'd really like egg salad, but that's a lot of chopping. It's not a lot of chopping when you have the right tools and you can just put it right in here and in seconds have it turn into an absolutely amazing sandwich.
So I know we're kind of going through a couple of different things you can use in here, but it does come with about 9 recipes.
It does.
Right?
Yep.
So if you're like, I know what I want to do, but I want to try something different,
you'll get ideas.
It gives you kind of like a kick start. 9 recipes to start with.
And what I like so much about both the recipes and the ideas we're trying to show you, these are things that you probably buy store-bought. I'm very guilty guilty of buying store-bought hummus.
Yeah.
As soon as I make it by scratch, I say, why the heck do I ever buy store-bought hummus? It's so much better like this. Well, the reason is I think, I don't want to get out the food processor. Oh, I don't feel like buying extra ingredients. This is the garbanzo beans, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of garlic, and my olive oil, again, drizzled in from the top, because Dash is giving me the ability to have that liquid fold in about 30 seconds. It becomes the creamiest and the most wonderful hummus. But the reason we like this so much is that we are keeping out the chemicals, the additives, all those things that we really know we don't want in our bodies or for our family. But why do we buy things store-bought? Because it's easier. So Dash is making it just as easy to do it at home. I've got 30 seconds where I can stand here and let this process, and the end result is the most amazing hummus ever.
I'm gonna remind one more time, everything that we have made with Stephanie, plus endless more that you can do today, half off this chopper food processor from Dash customer pick. Make sure you grab this while it's on this.
Absolutely.
Stephanie, thank you so much.
Good to see you.
By the way, did you know that it's Colleen Lopez's anniversary?
Yay.
We're gonna get some more information on that. Congratulations, Colleen.
We're getting ready to watch some clips.